Richard, it's good to be back here at Gritty McDuff's.
Always a
in the
pleasure,
Old
Erin.
Port. We'll start with a toast. So 30 years in business.
Yep.
Wow. You don't even look 35.
When you're only 27, it's hard. But we've been very lucky.
How old is this mural?
I think it was 90 or 91. 91. We knew Claude Schmutz, who he actually had been he had owned his own restaurant down the street, and he had worked at $3 Dewey's. This was so much fun. He painted while we were open for business. He was drinking beer and painting this, and I'm up there. And
Your hair color is just a little different now.
yeah, it's a little blonder today than it was
It
back
is,
then.
the highlights, yeah, the sunshine.
And he ended up making tap handles for us and for Shipyard, and he did a lot of stuff in the beer industry after he did this, so that was fun.
Elise, thanks for coming for What's Brewing. Unfortunately, I am in the market to buy a house, and it is not the time to buy. I know, well, I shouldn't say that to people who are looking for houses right now, but in a recent article that came out in the Press Herald, we're talking 11% increase in our sales in March from 2017, which in Cumberland County, the median price was $264, I think, and it's now $296. What is going on?
I know, it boggles the mind. The market is really crazy. There are a lot of people looking to buy. They're worried about rising interest rates, and so they're trying to get into the market before the interest rates go even higher. We've seen them go up about a point in the past year. And then we also have really low inventory. Sellers, for a number of reasons, aren't selling. Whether it's that they're worried about getting into the market themselves,
Right,
and trying to find something and shying away from that, or any number of reasons, political instability, not knowing where the market's going to go. So that combination has just really pushed the prices up, and it's been a little nuts.
And you think a lot more inventory would go on the market because it is spring getting into summer. What are you seeing?
Actually, we have less inventory this April than we did last. We actually have 23% less inventory right now than we did a year ago at this time. So I don't see this changing anytime soon. All of my buyers keep asking me, what's going on, or when are the listings coming on? Like, are more houses coming? And I hope.
So do you see this trend continuing into the future, or do you think something's going to have to give to kind of mix up the housing market a little bit?
I think you'll start to see the interest rates start to slow the buyers down a little bit as they go up. We're expecting, based on forecasts, that they go up another point from maybe 4 to 5 in the next year, which really changes the affordability for some, especially first-time homes.
Right. Now, how does this compare from years past? I know we've had a tight housing market for a while now, and have you seen this be more dramatic than in years past, or does it look similar to the past few years?
So we really started to see the market start to pick up in 2013. Buyers were finally coming back. The interest rates were really low, in the low 3s. And that was busy, but the past 2 years have really been challenging for buyers to get into the market. And it hasn't gotten any easier, but it was certainly in 2017 till now.
What advice would you have then if somebody was ready to buy a house right now?
Go see as many houses as you can so that you know when the right one hits, because as soon as that comes on the market, you have about 2 days to decide whether or not it's the one for you. Get pre-qualified. You need to be pre-qualified so that your lending is ready to go if you want to make an offer, so make sure that's in place before you start seeing houses. You certainly don't want to be in a situation where you find the house you love and you haven't talked to the bank yet. So just be prepared. Be prepared and be decisive.
Well, you've got a tough job right now.
Very interesting.
It's really hard and it's really stressful, but ultimately it's really rewarding when a seller is able to meet a financial goal by selling their home, or when a buyer really finds the perfect house. Sometimes it's not price, it's home. So.
Well, to that, my friend, thank you. We'll check back in maybe in the fall, and hopefully things get a little less
I
stressful.
hope so. I'm tired.
Cheers.
Cheers.